Welcome back to year 2 of our beginner garden. It's doing really well. As you can see, we love it. It's super full and has grown great this year. So some things that we did that I talked about in my first video, but we did rows this year. This is our first time doing flower rows. Before we just did like massive squares and did 4 massive squares. And there's definitely cons to doing that. I actually really like the rows, and I think this might be, I mean, I get why people do rows after doing it. It makes sense. But something that I didn't do this year is I did not weed at all. I did not come out here and weed and make sure that, you know, I mean, you can see this tall grass is all throughout our flowers. So weeding has its benefits. And also I think we're going to use weed barrier next year. But I also didn't have as many flower seeds this year. When you have more flower seeds, you're not gonna have as many weeds because it's gonna be a lot fuller. And I actually only used the flower seeds that I had on hand. And the good thing about doing seed is it's pretty expensive if you're gonna get all of your gardening plants from the nursery. That racks up really fast. So I'm a big fan of starting everything from seed if you can. We're in zone 8. It's pretty warm, pretty dry. And I plan to dry out my zinnias and save as many seeds as possible so that I can just plant them all next year. And then also sunflowers. So this is my first time doing a sunflower fence, and I absolutely love it. I got just a giant bag. I think I got 2 giant bags of sunflowers. I think there was like 12,000 seeds in each bag because I just wanted to go crazy. I was like, let's just experiment. Everything I do is experimental. And I just dug this really shallow trench, nothing crazy, and then sprinkled the seeds in, and we have our drip line in there. And they've been thriving. What I have learned though, and I don't think I had my sunflowers coming up in my last video to show you, but they were way too close together. And I was curious how that would work out. They obviously look really good, but here's the difference. Obviously there's a lot of sunflowers here and they're doing great. They look lovely. But if you look over here, I spread these ones out more. This sunflower is insane. I don't know. We need to measure how tall it is. I'm 5'8". I don't even know. It's got to be like 13 feet tall. But that's the difference of having your sunflowers spread out a little bit more, as I now know, is that it gives them more room to thrive, which, like, duh, that makes sense. But just, you know, we had to figure that one out. I'm actually going to link all the seeds for you because I got a full variety and I love all the different kinds that we have. We have dark, I forget what these are called, but they're like a dark beauty. And I don't actually really love the mammoth sunflowers. We did get a really cute picture with our kids with some of our mammoth sunflowers. But I don't like that it only blooms once. I like the ones that just reoccur all summer long, which is super fun. We also have cosmos here, which they're doing really well, but I'm actually surprised that they aren't really blooming until now, and summer's almost over. So we just have a couple blooms here and then a couple buds. So cosmos is still kind of new for me. I mean, you just have to kind of experiment, and I hope that you guys can keep playing around with your yards. You don't need to have a ton of space, and we're fortunate enough to have this section that we can kind of dedicate to our garden, but we're just testing it out, and this is only year 2, so hopefully we can do more next year. And I think you can always learn something new every single year.